Now let's talk about some important carbon compounds. Specifically, we're going to talk about ethanol and ethanoic acid. Now let's start off with ethanol first. Now ethanol is actually a liquid at room temperature, and it is commonly called as alcohol and is used in all alcoholic drinks. Now ethanol is soluble in water in any proportions. Usually, it is seen that some solvents or some solutes are not as much soluble after a certain ratio, but ethanol in every proportion is soluble. Now, ethanol is also used in many drugs as it is a good solvent, and specifically, it is used in cough syrups and other cold syrups. Now, ethanol is actually not supposed to be consumed in its pure form, which is called as absolute alcohol, as it can be lethal, and consumption of this can obviously lead to many health problems. So, now let's start off with some reactions of ethanol. The first reaction that we're going to see is how does ethanol react when it is subjected to sodium. So, you have ethanol which reacts with sodium. You have the formation of sodium ethoxide. Now this sodium ethoxide is quite an important product as it is used as a catalyst and is also a very strong base, and it can be used in many processes in the laboratory. Now, other reaction that we are going to study about is how does ethanol react when it is subjected to hot and concentrated sulfuric acid. This reaction is also a process to form a unsaturated hydrocarbon. Now over here, specifically when you have ethanol, you will have ethene which is produced. So when you react ethanol at 443 degree Kelvin with the H2SO4, you have ethene which is produced, which is CH2 double bond CH2. Now let's talk about another important carbon containing compound, which is ethanoic acid. Now ethanoic acid is also called as acetic acid, the chemical formula for which is CH3COOH, and structurally it is given as CH3C double bond OOH. Now over here, the C double bond OOH is nothing but the carboxylic acid group. Now, one important thing is a 5 to 8% solution of acetic acid is called as vinegar. Hence, vinegar is used as a preservative. Now, the melting point of acetic acid is 290 Kelvin, and hence it usually freezes in winter, due to which it got its name as glacial acetic acid. Now these acids, the acetic acid and other carboxylic acids, are weak acids, unlike the mineral acids like hydrochloric acid and etc. Now the reason because they are weak acid is because they do not completely dissociate.